Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamara Fashion Style, and today in this video I'm going to show you my sewing space. Now this was long overdue for show you guys my small sewing space that I've been using and how I get by in this small sewing space. Now I have a very small sewing space. I don't have a huge sewing room as some people do, but I try to make what I have do. So in today's tutorial, let's get a look at my sewing space. Now in this sewing room, I have everything that I needed for sew. Right, I have my table, I have everything that I needed to sew. Now if you don't have a big sewing space, you just make what you have do. So let's get down to it. Let me show you my sewing space, my machine and other things, and my cutting table, which you guys asking me about where did I get this table. I'm going to show you. So let's get into it and let's get started. Now in this sewing space here, this is my sewing space. Now on this shelf right here, this is the shelf where I keep all my books, my pattern log that I have, some sewing pattern that I have it in order right here. Up top here, these two binder, I have it inside, which I'm going to show you a little just now. Now I have my books right here. If I need to look at something, I just grab the book and I look for the section that I want to use. Now in this section here, we have here, this is some little basket I grabbed from a local store in my area. In those store that sells like things for like kitchen, and so I go and I get these little basket, and it came with these little foot, but I cut the foot because the foot them was a bit longer. I will find one of the foot and I will show you just now how the foot was a much longer foot, but I cut it to get it to this height so that it can reach not too close up under the shelf. Now these shelves that I have here is what I purchased from a hardware store. I think they call this the closet shelf. I think this has been closet. So I buy about 5 to 6 of these shelves, and I make up these shelves for my sewing room, which is here. Some of them I had to cut, but some of them I didn't have to cut. I like this set here, I didn't have to cut this set here. So this is the full length of this shelf here that have all my sewing tools. I have my camera there, I have my pattern weights, my magnet here. This is my magnets for the whiteboard. I have here, I have my fabric spray here, which I don't really use much, but if I have to use it, I would use it. So I have that on that shelf. I have all my pressing tools on this shelf here. This is chalk. I always use white chalk because the rest of the chalk the stain the fabric. Now this is my styling tape that I have here that I purchased online, and here is my whiteboard marker that I have here. Now I have 2 sets of threads. This is for the small sewing machine. This thread that I have here is for the small sewing machine, and this is for the big industrial sewing machine and for the serger. So, and I have my iron on pillion here. So this is my iron on. Some is heavy, some is light. I have my printing paper here, my dressmaker carbon sheet I have here. I'm going to do a review on this next time. Now my drawer, I have the drawers for everything. I have needle, zipper, thread, whatever. This box up here is all my zipper that I have here. That green box is my pattern weight, and I have my printer here with some unfinished clothes there. Then I have my machine. Always clean your machine and cover it. Then on this shelf I have my serger. Then I have my iron. Now I have 2 irons. I have the one with the string that hang up here. I hardly use this much, but this is a very good iron. It carry a lot of steam, but one problem I had with it is that it fall and it get a breakage, as you guys can see right here. But they have this part here selling. I saw it, so I'm going to purchase this part. So I just stick it with a little glue right here till until I get back this part which I am about to purchase. But this is a very heavy duty iron. This is the iron that tailors use most, and it press your clothes very neat, and it carry out a lot of steam. Now I have an iron shield on my own which to protect the fabric from shine and from scorch in the fabric. Now this is a next nice iron. Now I have this iron since 2013, I think it's 2013, and this iron give me no trouble. The only problem I was start getting is that it was leaking a bit, but the problems are because I think what happened, don't overfill the tank or the with the water tank, because sometimes I maybe overfill the water tank so it start to leak. So get it, don't carry the water tank a little 3/4 way, don't fill it right up. Now this is a very very good iron. This iron carry out a lot of steam. I love this iron. This would be my best choice out of all the rest of iron. Now I have my dress farm in this corner here. This is the pants farm. You can do pants on it, you can do dress, you can do everything. Now if I saw this farm before I purchased my other two farm, I would not have purchased the other two farm. I would have just purchased this one where I can do everything with it. Now in this corner here is where I have all my background papers, like just in case I'm ready to take out the photos and rain is falling outside or sun is too hot or so on. I use my background paper which I order online. The background paper, them very much expensive and very much expensive to get it to me, because it's a lot of money to clear it because it have some weight, right? And then this corner here is where I have my industrial sewing machine where I sew. I use this machine a lot. This is a straight stitch machine, it's not a zigzag machine. When I want to do zigzag, I go on my smaller machine. So this is a heavy duty industrial machine that I purchased, and I purchased this online, so it had to ship for me, and it cost a lot to get that machine to me. So this is the thread that it hold, the cone thread, and this is my whiteboard that I do the teaching on. So I have it here. This is a next background paper. I have my lights. This is the entrance to go outside in case. Then this is the other mannequin that I have in. Now this outfit is what I saw the other day. I have a event to go to, so an in-house event, so we have to dress properly, so I sew my outfit for that as well. Now coming to this table, this is the table everyone asking about. So this table is 48 by 72. Now this table is not big enough for me because I still have to roll my fabric up when I'm ready to cut it. But the width of the fabric, it would be okay, but the length way, it's still too small for the length of the fabric. So what I'm planning to do is take it come in 3 pieces, right? So you have to screw on, and it have a bar underneath a foot, I mean underneath where it holding. So I still planning to get a piece of plywood thick as it and extend it so that I can get a next section so that it can hold my fabric. So this is the table I cut on, and then this is my small sewing machine I have here. When I want to do my zigzag and my buttonholes and so, I use this small sewing machine, or I use one of these small one, or I use this big one that covered on it. This is an industrial, so I have a duty sewing machine as well, which I use a lot as well. So this is the sewing corner that I just be in, and this is not a really big space that I have here, as you guys can see. Now coming to this corner, this is my fabric corner. Now I have all kind of fabric up there. When I telling you I love fabric, every time I go out I purchase fabric. All my fortunes and my earning done in fabric. I don't know why, but a seamstress and a tailor and everybody who sew know what I'm talking about. Since you go in a store, sometimes you just passing by, you ain't go to buy fabric, you go to buy something else, and then when you look, all your little money gone in fabric. Trust me, it happened to me, and I have to cut this out because the amount of fabric I just purchase, and sometimes I ain't even done all them clothes. So this is my fabric corner. I have stretch material, I have velvet, I have woven fabric. I have all kind of material in this corner here, and this shelf here I think is two of these shelf I purchased, and I cut it in half, so I get 2 for the top and 1 for the bottom. So this section carry 3 shelf, this section here carry 4 shelf. This section I didn't have to cut it, but this section here was a bit too long, so I cut the 2. No, I think I cut the 2 years, and I end up with these 3. Now this is my computer. I'm here in this corner, so this is where my pins are. I have some sewing pattern here what I want to work on. I hope I get through to work on this sewing pattern. So this is my bowl with my pins. Now I store my pins like this. This how I store my pins. I get a little, you know, them teacup and saucer when you're married or you have a anniversary or something, somebody bring a gift in to give you. Now people ain't using these things now. You guys got these pack up in your house, they're doing what? So I just take it and I just make pin bowls. I have this other little one. Now I have 2 different pin. Now this small pin here is so when I doing things like lightweight fabric. These heavy pin is so when I doing things like demming, and so I would use the heavier pin. The lighter weight fabric I would use this small pin. Now I grab this salad bowl and I put my pattern weight in. I put other things like bobbin and so on inside, and then I keep the pins them in here so it can easily reach. When I ready, I just grab the whole bowl and I go with where to my table to pin and sew. Now this is some pattern in this corner I have here in a little basket that I use. So just hold the pattern so that it won't be all over the place. This is a little magnet bowl I have here where I put all the chalk and the safety pin in case I want to run an elastic, and I put all my chalk wheel and my marker inside here and my white chalk. So I'll just use this for mark. Now this is a magnet bowl which to hold pin, but trust me, I don't like it for pin because it got all the pin cock up in the air and only left for bore your finger when you're ready to pull out a pin. I don't like it for that. And then the problem I have is that it stick to anything metal. I tell you, have anything metal, it just grabbing it up, grabbing it up, grabbing it up. I don't like that at all. So I just take it and I just use it for chalk and for put these things for marking. This metal, this magnet bowl, I won't use that for pin because I got all the pin them cock up in the air. So I use this, and I love this little salad bowl and these little saucer like to put my pin in. So this is my corner. Now my ruler is right there on the table. I have all kind of ruler. I have 2 ruler to review for you guys, which I'm gonna do in a later video. And then up there is where I have the other rest of video. I have my certificate for sewing on the wall, and this is my little sewing space. And this is how. So let me give you a look how it is, but I make it do. I don't know the measurement for this sewing space because it's my husband taking piece of the veranda. So we had a big veranda, so we take in piece and we make it into a sewing room. But trust me, people who sewing like ladies, men could handle these small sewing room, but ladies need a whole house because every time you see sewing thing, you're going and you're buying sewing thing. You just keep buying and buying and buying, and sometimes half of these things you can't find. So what I did, my fabric used to be on this shelf here. So I moved my fabric because I have more sewing tools and books and all these things more than fabric. So I put it over in this end. As you can see there, all my sewing tools take up this whole 4 shelf. And my fabric fit in this corner here. Very neat and nice. So you have to make what you have do and satisfy with whatever you have until better could be done. So this is our outfit that I am making here. I'm finished it yet, so I will be working on that soon. And this is the tour of the sewing room that I give you guys, and just advice to whatever little space you have, make it do. But the problem is to keeping this sewing room clean. Every minute you have to packing and cleaning, and to I take 2 or 3 days to get this sewing room in under this neat order, because oh boy, trust me, you didn't want to see what it looked like in a couple of days. So I take my time because I could only sew in a clean sewing room. Once the sewing room is in uproar, I cannot sew. It's like your spirit in there for sew, nothing in there for do, because you cannot find your sewing table, cloth on the washing, cloth on the table. You know, it's just in a mess. So I plan to keep in my sewing room like this. So everything, I'm going to get a garbage bin, a little garbage basket. So when I finish with my cloth, I cut it, and the scraps, I'll put it inside and empty it, try to keep it clean. So here is my sewing space that I give to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. So this is my sewing space that I have here, that I am showing you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy the sewing tour that I just showed you, because I have a very small sewing space, as I said, but I make what I have do. So I give you a tour of what you can do for keep your sewing space clean. Now, to keep your sewing space clean, just keep everything organized. Get some shelf if your fabric is all over the place. Invest in some shelf, because this shelf that I purchased here is not cheap. So what you can do is invest in some shelves. Get your husband, your hubby, or whoever to get a room, don't care how small the room is, and put everything off the ground above. So you won't have anything on the ground. As you guys can see, I don't have anything around me on the ground. So get it above you. So use up the space in the air. Make shelves where you can put all your stuff, your fabric. I like a clean sewing room and a neat, organized fabric rack. So I will try to keep my own like this and keep everything in order. Put everything by some little basket like what I show you here, and disorganize it to put your tool in. I have scissors in one, I have knife in one, I have all my marking tools in one. I have basket for everything that I could find. So organize your sewing room, and then maybe you can do a video on it, or send me a picture. Let me see how you organize your sewing room and how you can keep it clean. So my plan is from today is to keep my sewing room organized, keep my fabric in order, so that every time I come, I must be motivated to sew. So I hope you guys enjoy this short video, and I will see you soon with a next tutorial. Bye bye and enjoy. Have a wonderful day.